how well are they able to parry that early aggression? Here we go into the first round. MXicans versus Dystopia. So on the roof spawn here, we've got MXicans. Looks like we've got double assault, one support, triple assault. Scrub not going recon here, so that means they need either a support or a recon for their last player here, Talibus, who hasn't spawned in yet. That's okay. He's a support. For this, looks like we've got recon Hosumi sticking with Bauxite. Nice here. Looking like they're moving up Suicide. Looks like Bolty finds Pissed in the long white. Looks like a falling back here doesn't want to get traded quite yet. Got the opening the vent here. Do catch out Shazam, as I said. The Shazam loves those vents, so maybe a prediction there by Bolty. So quick, 2 kills up here for MXicans. We got Infrequent and Bauxite playing together in the office here. They're all 3 together. Running into a firing line though. Hosumi does get one. Very important kill there, but Bauxite's alone. 1v4. Can he do it? He's got a Supa, and there's glass there if Scrub pushes. Looks like Scrub's gonna catch him in the ass, but will he kill him? He will. So very clean first round from MXicans. As I said, those early kills really parrying the rest of the round, where this kind of felt kind of trapped, like they had to break out and get something happening, but there was just too many players already staring at where they were. Waha already doing the alt chat. For those of you who don't know, Allhammer No Sickle was last year's tournament winner. Waha and Hosumi both were members of that, but split on different teams this year. So looks like Dystopia double recon setup, double assault. So again, a very aggressive lineup from them. We're gonna see if it pays off. Bolty also opting for the recon here this round. He's pushing through conference, doesn't see anybody. He might hear Shazam in the vents though. I'd wager that's a fair bet that he does. Looks like they may want to go up and fight him. Looks like Waha's thinking about it. Bolty's kind of creeping forward. If they're not careful, he can get a quick flank, but Infrequent is watching that angle here. Much more slower round, maybe just recognizing that they had a couple of early kills and that led them to their demise last round. Yeah, you can see Shazam's repositioning now. Looks like Hosumi's calling with the Ghost. Maybe getting some intel, trying to bait the enemy. Oh, Bolty gets a quick kill. As I said, if he pulls up, he can maybe get a cheeky kill here. And then gets a second as he baits Shazam in as well. Very well played. Now it's 2 players up already for MXicans. And this is definitely feeling the pressure. They're just trying to fall back with the Ghost. They need to, in my opinion, they need to drop this right now. You have 5 guns versus 2 guns. That's not going to end well for you, no matter how you cut it. They're also all together, so MXicans have the entire map to play with here to flank them. It looks like they're taking their time. They're not trying to rush in. Maybe Hosumi trying to bring the Ghost back up to the spawn. It's going to be a double-edged sword, but kind of surprised to see MXicans still so passive right now. I guess they're really wanting to make sure they don't throw this around. Looks like Scrub and Bolty trying to set up a flank here. Double peeking into the vent here at small construction. Lizard got a great peek, but he doesn't manage to get the kill. Oh, great nade from Infrequent. Hosumi is calling down the 3 in big construction. If they manage to kill Lizard here, this will be huge. They need to kill him right now. Nope, Bolty's in already. Get the first. Scrub's at the second. Oh, this is some great team play actually from just clawing this round back. The Lizard doesn't get that kill though. Oh, second kill on Scrub, so now it's just a Hosumi without a gun. Oh, they don't see her. Oh, well played though by Dis. They actually like clawed that back better than I thought they would when they were getting encroached on like that. If they had managed to kill Lizard right there, I think they actually had a chance. Maybe would have had a chance at the round. Very low on him too, 7 HP. Looks like similar setup on MXicans this round. Bolty's really rocking that recon. You got the double assault, double support recon, and it's the same. You got a similar setup on Dis, except it's the double. No, looks like Hosumi switched to support. I think a wise play recognizing that the aggressive recon play wasn't working out. Bolty's already in server, not finding anyone yet, and we'll run into Pissed Off here in a moment. Ooh, nice nade and long wipe by Waha and Shazam. Oh, XX still isn't peeking in though. It's like Waha is pushing forward, does meet the support player, does kill Hosumi, and Pissed Off gets pushed as well. Just all of the 1v1 fights here going MXicans' way, maybe showing a little bit more of that player power that I was talking about earlier. Boxside gets an important kill though, trying to close the gap, 4v2. Scrub is very low. Bolty's got the ghost, they do need to respect that. Talbus guns down Boxside, and Scrub guns down Infrequent, so clean 3-0 sweep from MXicans so far. The XP difference is massive. This really needs at least one round on the board to maybe get an MX on one of those supports. Get some better weapons. Right now they're really struggling with the MXs that are already out on MXicans. I do like that they switched Hosumi onto a fatter class, but I do wish that they'd actually give that Supa to Shazam, because I think Supa Recon, or like having double Supa support on this map just makes you way too predictable. But we'll see if it works out. Just needs to adjust their play to win more of these 1v1s or force them into 2v1s. Shazam in the vents again. Very defensive setup from this overall, but Infrequent is looking to peek into small construction. Oh, Boxic jumps down into 2 players. Hosumi and Infrequent are here as well. Bolty's the last one left. Can they find him? Do they know he's there? They see him. Well, no, they don't see him. Oh, they do get him though. Unfortunately, if Boxside had seen him there, that could have been a really quick 4v2, but instead it's a 3v3 right now. Lizard going to try and cover the ghost. Shazam's still tearing around in those vents, making Talbus worried. Looks like Scrub is trying to follow up, cover Lizard while covering his teammate and server. Not a bad call. This really needs to be this round to not lose though. When it's tied like this, you gotta at least tie it out or win the round. Especially when you have this ghost control of multiple players. Looks like they're not opting to pick it up though. I think even picking it up, just giving you a little bit of intel would be useful. Was talking in all chat. I'm not happy about that, but looks like it got that nade out. Ooh, baited out well by Dis though. Like they're definitely waiting for it. Shazam. Oh, Shazam could just pounce. But Talbus is in there. Oh, Lizard found him in the vents. Oh, jeez, I never even noticed he went up there. Brilliant play by them, recognizing that he's probably up there. Maybe they heard him hopping around. As Dis, all cleaned up, 2v2 now. Ghost timer's in their favor, but they do need to make sure, and they also, one of the players is low on the enemy side. You do need to go for it here as Dis, because you can always drop the ghost and tie it out. So I think they should not lose this round. So long as they don't feed 2 kills at the same time, they should be okay. But you should really let Infrequent loose as a hunting dog at the enemy to just try and win that first 1v1. They are separated on MXicans, so it's definitely possible. I don't really like that pre-fire, personally. I think it's just a little too obvious. But he picks up an MX, 30 seconds. Gotta get that kill, Infrequent. Not having it just yet. Is pushing server, or considering a pushing server. Talbus has hit a little bit. You're never going to get that kill just trying to pray that he peeks the angle. But he'll get it now, but you got 5 seconds left. You guys took too long, unfortunately. You're never going to find Lizard in time. The round's going to time out. But most importantly, they got some XP. And as I mentioned previously, that was the biggest difference between them in the previous rounds. So looking at going into the next round, still just 3-0 for NSF, but they stemmed the tide. Hosumi just immediately spamming. Good to see the players are in high spirits. Although maybe spamming at your old team's tag on the team you're playing at is not the best call, Hosumi, but maybe it'll hike up your spirit. Shazam's in the vents again, trying to hope that somebody's fighting him here, but not yet. Waha beating Boxside, who opted to go Assault here instead. Rare choice from him. Hosumi's just holding down the back with a Supa, a wise play by her. Bolty's got that MX. It's a little bit of fight from small server to Small construction. Oh, nade coming out. Ooh, that's a great nade. If that was just like an inch more to the left, that actually would have smashed Waha. But it's not a common angle you see people going for a nade for, and I like the attempt. Very static right now. Everyone's kind of slow walking around trying to get an angle on everybody else. Talbot is just like waiting, praying somebody comes into server from long wait here, which Hosumi might take the bait. Looks like Infrequent's here to back her up, so this could be a 2v1. We did early damage on Hosumi for nothing. Now also Talbot has some backup here as well, so... While I was looking away, Infrequent managed to find Waha alone. Yeah, but Shazam's still fucking running around in those vents. You can just hear the clop, 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 clop. So they know he's there. Much more pairing up on MXicans now. Looks like they're really wanting to make sure that they don't feed a player for free like Waha just did. But time is running out here. Oh, you get the 2v1 on Talus. Beautiful. Now they just got Bolty in the spawn. They need the ghost like right now. You have 10 seconds. You need to like slow this round down. Good. Infrequent picks it up. Now you have time. Well, how do you break the spawn here? Because you know that's where they are. Poor nade there. Won't hit anybody. What do you do as Dis? How do you break open the spawn? Right now it's just Bolty. If you kill him, you can cap. Because Lizard's out of position. The Super here is just not a great gun to be in this situation. Bolty has got the angle. But can he get the kill? He does. Now it's just Infrequent who's going to wisely time the round out. I think Dis was feeling the pressure a little bit too much there. You just take your time. Bolty just... Man, he's on a tear. 16-2. Lizard's 12-0. Scrub's 10-2. Looks like Dis are just really struggling to get some of these kills. As I was going to say, you send one player up through here. You take your time with the ghost. You send him back through here. Then you've got an angle where Madge would have been sitting. You would have had a much better chance at the round. Alternatively, you take the ghost up through there and you make Madge defend this cap point. But they're definitely feeling the pressure, especially when it's a 3-0 in MXicans' favor. But still anyone's game. There's still a lot of rounds left in this, so it can definitely start to come back. Looks like Bolty's already got that strong spot on Buddha. Definitely getting free damage on Hosumi, but she is very thick. Oh god! Pissed. Dies for Hosumi's sins. Looks like Bauxite is in small construction. Looks like some strong presence in conference here. Pushing forward, does get that kill. Knew that she was there. Shazam also wins support. Oh, Waha! Looked like that they were expecting Bolty, but instead was not expecting the assault there. So this is why pairing up can sometimes be so strong. You just have to surprise the enemy with a different class or a different peak. They're expecting him to push here. Frequent going and getting an important kill, while Waha is split up from Majestic. They're on the ghost, so they do need to get them again. But again, this is the same situation. This is defending the ghost on both sides in this tight zone. It's hard to push into, but if MXicans are willing to take the time, they can come up through the spawn and then it's all over. But that takes time, which doesn't look like they're willing to spend just yet. And well, as I say that, Match is going in. But it doesn't matter. Lizard's going in. Bauxite's gonna get a super shock in a second. Gets the third, but player advantage. This is looking a little tilted here already. That doesn't bode well for them. You really gotta hold your mental in these long matches. But it is 4-0. It is still only round 7, so we got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, I'm counting with my fingers. There's 9 rounds left, so that's still plenty of time for Dis to switch up their playstyle and make a change. Looks like we got an early AA on Majestic Bolty here. I'm gonna see if that works out. Doesn't look like he's gonna face anyone in suicide here. Will he continue pushing forward? No, maybe a little too hesitant to push down here. It would be a good play here though, because there's nobody covering it. Yeah, Bauxite's kind of covering it here, but still, anytime you can flank the enemy, you should take it. Very static defensive here from this round. They're really wanting the MXicans to push into them. Hasn't really worked out too well the last few rounds, but we'll see if it does this time. Because Infrequent does have that very important MX. Scrub in the vents this time. Maybe he was finally trying to hope to find Shazam, but Shazam is no longer a recon. We switched to a bigger meat for that MX, which I think is a wise call considering how things have been going. Very smart for Waha to pick up the ghost here. Oh god. Great nade from Infrequent on Buddha there, killing Talvis. Now can they take this advantage for the rest of the round? Lizard's peeking, attempting to peek out here against Hosumi. He's got the weight advantage. Hosumi gets lit. But Lizard is also equally lit, so wisely... Oh yeah, swap the ghost. Really, no, you guys really should. That would be amazing. Okay, Waha doesn't want to. Swapping out the high health player for the low health player on the ghost is always a good call. Scrub feeding damage right now. MXicans are very hurt. This is round to win, but they need to get in there and they need to get that ghost within 20 seconds. So if they drop it, it's game over. And Lizard's calling them out too, so you gotta do a concerted push here. This you gotta do it soon. Looks like they're throwing caution to the wind and tossing a nade in the wrong direction. Do they get the trade? Waha's out of ammo, but let's clean up too. Lizard's running away with the ghost. This is very smart. Because he can just try and drop it farther from the enemy. It's harder to get to the ghost. Shazam is in position, but they need to get there like ASAP. 2v1. Pick up that ghost. Bolty is behind. Can he kill Bauxite? No, not yet. Can the Shazam cover him? No. Looks like Box has the Kyle out. Big Iron! Shazam gets the kill. Dis put their first round up on the board. Well played by them. Maybe settling some of those nerves and saying, all right, it's a much slower match than we were expecting. They weren't as aggressive as we were expecting. Time to fat it up. And it looks like the fatter classes is working. It's kind of surprising to see Shazam and Bauxite as a support duo, but it definitely worked out for them that round. Looks like no AA for Bolty this round, just opting for the tried and true GDS. Getting an early peek on pillars here, but yeah, it's locked up tight with Shazam. Oh, Shazam's actually going through. He got lit pretty good there too, but still alive. Yeah, much more paired up. You got two pairs here on Dis. And you've got a little bit more spread out for MXicans. They're looking for picks on MXicans, while Dis is looking for trades. Looks like we are going to have our maybe first peeker, but Scrub falls back just as Bauxite picks. No nade coming out from Scrub here. Maybe not worried that Bauxite would be holding the angle. Very locked up match right now. Nobody's really making any strong moves. You got Lizard here that's ready and willing to kill anybody that pushes out. Bolty's in the vents here too. He is going to try and flank here, but doesn't find anyone where he was hoping for. This kind of bleeding players left and right. Bauxite eats a little damage from the nade, but stays alive. Now Dis are split up. Where they once had two groups of two players paired up, they've lost some 1v1s along the way, and now they're just all split. And looks like MXicans are on the hunt. Looks like Scrub has that ghost. Yes, and looks like he's calling out Hosumi infrequently trying to cover the ghost. It's two, can't even get the second one. Now they got a full on route up to the cap. It's gonna be all Bauxite can do to even get here in time, but he is in position. He does have the MX, but if they take it to the far cap, he's done. If they recognize that, it's over, which they do. I think it's wise for Waha to kill Bauxite there, because there is an angle where you could maybe snipe the ghost carrier from up there. It's just better to just secure the round. You guys are already up 5-1 now. You might as well. You don't need the XP as much. Strong showing from MXicans on this map. I think the tail so far has been just those 1v1s. Players either pushing into players defending, or players getting caught off guard by a flanking player. But this still showing life, clawing some of those MXs in here, showing that they will win rounds if you are not careful. Bolty looking for both sides. Doesn't quite spot the player in there yet. Does start shooting them now, but they got that cover there. Still gets them. Shazam's flanking, but he's a support, so he can't quite get the trade before Bolty makes it away. Really highlighting recon strengths there is Bolty. Highlighting you can get a player and get out before the trade comes in. Get in before anyone's there. Get out before anyone can come in. That's the recon playbook. Now immediately picking up the ghost. Otherwise, it's kind of locked up around the rest of the map. Players kind of grouping up on MXicans now that they have a player advantage. Paying off as Hosumi peeks into a 2v1. Scrub also called out infrequent there, and the farther you go down in this map, the scarier it gets for you. Defending on this map is okay, but in my opinion, it's really difficult to defend effectively when you have a well-coordinated team. Looks like Shazam caught out again. Looks like the ghost, and they just isolated him on both sides. Now you got two players in the basement on disc. Split both sides because they have to cover both caps. Boxside gets the first at least, but again, the player advantage. Tale as old as time. When there's that many players left, you can kill one, but the second, the third will eventually get you. Alright, so MXicans just keeping the same old thing. It's working, why stop? 2 support, 2 assault, 1 recon. You got Bolty for that aggressive pressure, those aggressive flanks, those aggressive picks, while everyone else is just holding down the fort, saying, hey, yep, you go get that initial pick, and then we'll work from there. Dis, pushing forward, gets Bolty. He really likes to push that side, maybe predicting it. Waha's looking for the trade, but they already left. The nade going out, they'll be there. So this is Dis's round to work together and do what MXicans did last round. Find those players, get those picks, force them into 2v1s. But Talibus catches up, pissed off, and suicide. And now they've linked up with Lizard. Boxside gets an important kill on Wahaha. Scrub? Okay, trades back and forth here. Back and back and back we go. So we're back to 3v2 for Dis. And they also have the ghost. Perfect. This is really going to be the time where it shows how well do you coordinate, how well do you plan, how much can... Okay, Hosumi, you're not a recon, you can't get up there. How much can you decide what to do when you have an advantage? This is going to be the test of can Dis close out rounds they have a clear advantage in. I like what she's doing, going up to the top and threatening a drop. That's going to force one thing from MXicans. They will have to go cover the drop from up top. Because if they don't, it's a free cap. You take the ghost all the way up here, you drop down, you cap. So they will have to sit down here. That will allow 2 things. That will allow Dis to know where they are, even if you don't have the ghost calling. It will also allow your teammates to get in position. Now, I do like that Talibus was initially pushing up. I actually wish that they would have just kept going all the way up. Because if you just play defensive here, you can't win the round. But they don't actually care about winning the round. They just want to tie. Oh, infrequent. That was a ballsy jump. Shazam's kind of lost in the center of the map. He needs to get down there ASAP to help out infrequent. If he was flanking this player from Suicide right now, this would be done. Oh, Hosumi dropping the ghost. Oh, Shazam's finally getting down here. He just needs to get down there and kill Talibus, and they can cap this ghost. They have 30 seconds left. Can he get there? He's going. He's going to catch Talibus. All right. You got 25 seconds, 20 seconds left. You need to get the... There you go. Perfection. This showing that they can use the ghost to a T. They took their time. They forced the enemy where they wanted to, and they took the round. So it's 6-2, but it's still anyone's game. 11, 12, 13, 14, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's 5 rounds left. You can still tie one more as this. It's not do or die time yet. Most important thing to note is that once you are on match point and you have to win every single round, the enemy can literally just run away from you. In a 1v1, they can just literally run away, hold the dumbest corner imaginable, and you will have to go find them to win. Bolty taking the server here. Chucking a nade. Nobody's there. Shazam may be hungry for that because he's like, somebody's here. They threw a nade. Who is he? Oh, he does pre-fire. Doesn't reveal his position by doing that, though. So, how greedy are you, Madge? Oh, Madge is already gone. Alright, well, buckle up, everybody. We're in for a long round. Angle holding central here. And Dis is very clumped up. Nade was close, but not right on point. MXicans also very clumped up, and they have ghost control. So they're saying, hey, you want to win? Push. So it's going to be on Dis here to be the one to make the move, which, in really any game, it's scarier to be the one pushing than defending, and that's certainly true in Neotokyo. It's going to be up to them to see if they can set up a 2v1 or better. They need to start making it work quickly here, though, because they do need... The time is not on their side. The longer they take, the harder it's going to be to get to the ghost and pressure somebody. At least somebody needs to be making some sort of aggressive play somewhere on the map. Because if you just tie this map out, or this round out, then the exact same thing will happen next round. Looks like they do start pushing forward now. But the MXicans were ready. So now the best thing they can do is tie it out. And Pissed is running away, but he's going to be Waha here. Okay. The MXicans clean it up. Call him sweaty, call him what you want, but when you're up 6-2, you don't need to make any risks. And they showed that clearly on this map.